This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
We check the feed, hit refresh again. Empty Mondays, where you been, my friend? Was it palm trees? Was it sold out nights? Were you stuck somewhere under airport lights? Group chat blowing up, everybody asking, did he ghost the mic or is he just relaxing? Where has Jeremy been? Not on a beach, not on a stage, not in the checkout line, losing his place. He's been sick at home, off of the screen, but he's back on the mic with that laugh when me scream. Yeah, Jeremy's back, you know what that means.
Welcome back. It's a brand new episode. This is Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odem. I'm your host, J.O. Wow, thank you so much to the Pepper Spray Singers for another banger. Just explaining where exactly I have been. You can probably hear it a little bit in my voice. I have been so sick. And I don't, this is the thing. Females will say, oh, if I was a guy, I would have been down and out. I would be dying right now if I had a cold. I would just be dead to the world. But no, I instead work the entire week despite being sick. And to that I say, you're so damn right, ladies. It was brutal. Dead to the world for, I don't know, almost 2 full weeks. Holy cow, this cold that's going around. I'm not here to say it's the most dangerous, contagious virus that's ever been because, well, frankly, we've seen worse. But this one put me down pretty good. Here's the thing. As you can tell, if my voice is just not perfect, I'm going to rock the mic, right? But if I lose my voice, what exactly is it that you expect me to do about it? I mean, there's not really too much I can do. This is a vocal medium, right? I mean, did you want me to write you a letter and have it like translated with some kind of robotic voice? I guess AI could have probably read it for me and then it would have, I don't know, maybe that would have been interesting. Maybe I'll put something together so you know what that would have sounded like, and just trust me, you'd rather me just not probably be on. That's how I feel about it anyway. But Johnny, we are back. Feeling a little better. Got some energy. A little bit of energy behind us, right? We got a lot going on. Lots to discuss. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I famously have been named the Ryan Seacrest of podcasting. Okay, this is not a new nickname of mine. This is something I've been called. People have said it, and you don't realize how many different shows or how many different things you do in a given week until you lose your voice and you just can't do it at all. That's couldn't do Laugh With Me. Couldn't do the bottom 5. Couldn't do WTL, Where's the Line? And we're heading into one of the biggest sports gambling times of the year, the Super Bowl. And we're going to talk about Super Bowl in a little bit, but that's the thing. I just couldn't get the words out. Damn cold. I mean, ladies, at least when you're sick, you don't need your voice, right? Isn't that how that works, Johnny? Yeah, I don't. Is that? Either way, I am back, and that is until the Crohn's gets me back. Here's the thing: the last episode I was on, Eric was on, and I was telling him how this medicine, the Tremfya that I'm on right now, boy, is it working. Like, it's helping me. It is helping me. I have, yesterday, I could not explain to you the feeling because it has been so freaking long that I felt like this, but I had energy late into the afternoon that I have not experienced in years. And it was so rare to feel this way that I couldn't, it felt weird. And I couldn't explain the feeling other than I just felt like strong and kind of full of energy. And I don't remember the last time I felt like that, which is sad and exciting all at the same time. But then it made me realize, well, shoot, I think I was supposed to have gotten my next dose of medicine like a freaking week ago. So what? I get a text message from the pharmacy, right? And they're like, hey, time for a refill, blah, blah, blah. You answer the 5 questions. No, I'm not in the hospital. Here's my birth year. No, I don't have questions for the pharmacist. That kind of stuff. But I never did get that text, so I call, right? So I'm driving home from work. I'm on hold. I'm calling. And as I'm waiting, they have this really cool thing when you're waiting. It's not just, playing the music. It tells you where you're at in line on a hold. And then how many minutes approximately it might take, for an answer. But here's what was interesting about that. As soon as I got on hold, it said I'm 18th in line, 11-minute wait, right? And I'm like, oh, that's not bad. How's that work? People taking less than a minute to get this discussed, which is weird because it takes about a minute just to answer all the questions about the birth year and all that jazz that they ask you and then put in the computer. Then about every minute and a half, it re-updates, right? Then the second one was, and I'm just driving, listening to the music, and it says 11th in line now, 18 minutes. And I'm like, hold on a second. I was like, you just told me 18th in line, 11 minutes. Now you're saying 11th in line, 18 minutes. How's that work? So then I'm like, well, it had to have been me. My brain just heard it wrong and it flipped it, right? So now I'm taking full blame. Hand up, this one's on me. Until the third update, when it said 9th in line, 24 minutes. How am I getting closer in line? And the time is extending. So I don't know how it calculates all this, but after my 30-minute drive home and then being home for about 10 minutes, I finally was able to talk to somebody. And it turns out there was just an error. They weren't sure why I didn't get my text, but the meds are coming within 2 days delivery. So that is exciting. This medicine that's working, it turns out I just got to get it. If they could just get it to me, we might be able to help. Because what I'm afraid of is I'm going to get through this cold that feels like it's going on a month now. And then the Crohn's was getting better, but now it's going to go into, downward spiral because I missed the dose because the damn text didn't send. And it's on me. I should know, time for a new dose. Better call the pharmacy. I haven't heard anything. But that's when you're dying. When you're dying from this cold, okay, sometimes things get lapsed. It's just how it goes sometimes,
We pictured you with a suitcase grin. New bit brewing in a hotel twin. Or cart half full of your favorite snacks. Writing dumb jokes for the comeback track. But it hit you hard, knocked you off your timing. Now you're coughing through every single line in. Where has Jeremy been? Not on a beach, not on a stage, not in the checkout line, losing his place. He's been sick at home, off of the screen, but he's back on the mic with that laugh with me scream. Yeah, Jeremy's back. You know what that means.
Well, one of the things that I've been really keeping a close eye on here at Laugh With Me headquarters is the big game, the Super Bowl. It's one of my favorite times of the year. And Johnny, I know it's one of your favorite times of the year as well. It's the most watched television event of the entire year. It's the finale of pro football for the season. If you don't know what the Super Bowl is and I'm explaining it to you, well, then you've been living under a rock or you have had this cold for a long, long time because it's everybody knows about the Super Bowl, right? But one of the interesting things this year is that the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, it's the Patriots versus Seahawks, the Seahawks quarterback, Sam Darnold, is a redhead. He's a fellow ginger. Which got me thinking, it's about that time. And we haven't done this, I don't even know if we've done this ever, but it's something we should probably update from time to time. A power ranking of the top 5 current gingers around the world. Johnny, let's do this. Power rankings of gingers. Early 2026 edition. All right, number 5 on our power rankings of gingers currently in the world. And this is an interesting one because this fella is in fact dead. Malcolm X. Now, here's the thing. I like to bring up Malcolm X from time to time when talking about redheads because people forget that Malcolm X, although black, was a redhead. A lot of people forget this. A lot of people don't know this. This is something I learned in school, like way back in the day. I mean, and I'm not trying to age myself with the whole way back in the day thing in school, but I did graduate in the class of 2001 or 2001, whatever you want to call it. Okay? That's when I graduated. Old as hell. So here we are. Malcolm X, not a lot of people know. Redhead. Okay? Legacy is what we're going to call him. Legacy redhead. Love to bring him up because people need to know. We've had some very powerful people with the redhead. Okay? A lot of powerful people. So Malcolm X hits the number 5 spot this week. Number 4, actor Jesse Plemons. I love the guy in Friday Night Lights. Okay? To me, he'll always be QB1's best friend Landry. He started as a smaller side role, turned into a cold-blooded killer, and then became one of the main guys in the cast. And then he went on to have a fairly big, I don't think I'm spoiling anything here, one of the bigger roles in one of the later seasons of Breaking Bad. He was a huge character in there. And he's a heck of an actor. Heck of an actor. Many Academy Awards coming his way in his career. I mean, I've got to assume he's just a heck of a guy. And it seems like his fellow actors love him. He's like a good dude. I'd hang out with him. And I'm sure I could have the possibility to hang out with him because we were fellow redheads. There's just this bond that we have. I'm Jesse Plemons, Malcolm X, myself. We could probably hang out, I would assume. So Jesse Plemons, easily number 4 on the Ginger Power Rankings currently. He's doing great work. He's doing great work. Number 3, of course, Conan O'Brien. Now, although he's no longer doing his late night show, he does have his own podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. And and this is, honestly, this is on me if I didn't know this before, but I was just watching, scrolling, and I see an ad for the Oscars coming up on March 15th. Conan's, he's hosting the Academy Awards again. I had no idea. Although I'm sure I had an idea when they announced it. Maybe it was this cold. I don't know. But I completely forgotten. Now I'm excited again because he's a heck of a host and he always puts on a good show. And he gets it, right? Like some hosts, they try to make it about them, and some also are self-deprecating, can give you entertainment in the allotted time you should, and then let the awards speak for themselves. He's one of those guys. He just does a great job. And the opening is going to be incredible, and we may even get a musical performance at the top, which I love that from a host. especially the Academy Awards. So I'm really excited for Conan O'Brien to host the Academy Awards. So the Oscars, March 15th. Conan O'Brien, number 3. He is climbing the charts of the power rankings of the Gingers. Number 2. Well, it's me. I mean, I'm back. I've fought through this cold, and it's going around. It's gone through my household. I know it's gone through at work. It's just, you just hear about it. Everybody's like, oh, I've got this nasty cold, and it's really got me down. I'm like, man, I get it. I totally get it. We're all trying to power through here, all right? We're all trying to power through. I've been taking like 5 the vitamin D tablets every day, a Claritin, migraine medicine just for the head. I'm just taking all these pills. Just trying to keep upright with this cold. Get that cough. I'm just happy I got my voice back, baby. So number 2, it's got to be me. I persevered, okay? I got a chronic disease, and I still made it through this cold alive, barely. Johnny's happy. He gets to go back to work now that I'm back. Number 2, the power ranking of the Gingers has got to be your boy J.O. And then number 1 right now, I mean, it would be silly not to give it to Sam Darnold. I mean, this guy, last season, crushing it with the Minnesota Vikings as their head quarterback. I was going to say head coach. He's certainly not the head coach, Kevin O'Connell. But as QB1, Sam Darnold led the Vikings to a fantastic season. Definitely, I guess you could say they overachieved a bit last season. And then they didn't re-sign him. They decided to go with the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. And Sam Darnold signed the big deal with Seattle. And everybody writes off Seattle at the start of the year. And then he goes and just basically duplicates what he did with Minnesota last year and goes on a run and now finds himself in the Super Bowl for the first time. I mean, this is a guy that was written off as the New York Jets quarterback. I mean, this guy's had opportunities, and he just gets written off, crushes at Minnesota, gets written off and not brought back. And now, I mean, he's a hero in Seattle. So really exciting for the Gingers with QB1 of Seattle Seahawks leading them in the Super Bowl this coming Sunday. Good luck to you, Sam. And that is the power rankings of the Gingers for the early part of 2026. Yeah, and I told you, I am still recovering from this cold, so you might hear me coughing in the back. Don't worry about it. I am a recovering cold guy.
Miss that riffing in my earbuds. Miss that spiral into side tangents. Now you're croaky, but you showed up. That's the kind of funny that can't vanish. Oh yeah! Where has Jeremy been? Hey! Not on a beach, not on a stage, not in the checkout line. Losing his place. He's been sick at home, off of the screen. But he's back on the mic with that laugh when he screams. Yeah, Jeremy's back. Turn the volume to 10. Laugh with me again.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, whenever you've got the big game coming up, you know you've got the Super Bowl halftime show. This one is a little contentious. We've got Bad Bunny, okay? Bad Bunny, who I'm more of a fan of Bad Bunny for his performances on Saturday Night Live, his performances in WWE. I mean, nobody knows he's actually a pretty freaking good professional wrestler. I mean, he's had a couple of good runs there in the WWE. Everything he does is gold. And then on SNL, I mean, the guy's just hilarious. I mean, you can't say he's not. You're going to laugh when you watch the guy. Now he's doing Super Bowl halftime. People are like, well, he doesn't even speak English. His music, whatever. Here's the deal. Super Bowl halftime, it's a big spectacle, right? You know it's going to be a big deal. It's a global audience for the NFL. Bad Bunny, the largest musician in the world. And when I say that, I'm referring to streaming numbers, right? So he's a big deal. He just won Album of the Year at the Grammys. So there's something to him hosting or being the halftime performer. You just no denying that. But then on the flip side, you've got people who are a little upset. We need an American halftime show and blah, blah, blah. So that's where there was all that talk about Turning Point USA putting on a counter halftime show. Now, having a counter halftime show is not unique. This has happened before. Back in the late 90s, the WWE, in fact, ran a counter halftime show on the USA Network. They had an empty arena championship match between The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and Mankind, Mick Foley. And it was actually a heck of a match. I actually remember back then flipping to the USA Network to watch the halftime heat match. The counter halftime show. I do, in fact, remember watching that. And I was entertained. This one in particular, as I get older, I just want to watch the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, I didn't know. I mean, I obviously knew who Kendrick Lamar was last year. I wasn't into his music. But I watched the show. Hey, turns out I got a couple of his songs on my playlist now. Like, I'm into it. I get it. But the show was great, and that's all that matters. They put on the big spectacle. You know, I'm not a huge Rihanna fan, but when Rihanna performed, the show was great. I enjoyed it. I was entertained. I'm going to be entertained, and I know this. I know Bad Bunny is going to put on a heck of a show on Sunday, and I will be entertained. Turning Point USA is doing their counter show, and they just announced 1 week ahead of time that Kid Rock is the main headlining act for that. There's a handful of acts that are going to be a part of the counter halftime show. And they actually managed to get 5 different networks to air this, to air the Turning Point USA halftime show. I'm not going to turn the channel. But with that being said, back in the day, I rocked with Kid Rock, okay? If Kid Rock was the actual Super Bowl halftime show, I'd watch it, I'd be entertained, and I wouldn't complain. That's just what it is. Now, am I going to turn the channel to not watch Bad Bunny? No, I'm not. I'm probably just going to watch the highlights on Twitter or something, right? Like, I'm going to end up seeing Kid Rock's performance. So, to Turning Point USA's point, like, they're going to get eyeballs. They're going to have people watch this. I'm still going to watch Bad Bunny. I mean, he's Bad Bunny. And it's the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, I'm going to watch it. Plus, I got to support my guy, Sam Darnold. He's in the game. Okay? Us Gingers got to stick together. So, that's the deal. Now, had Turning Point gotten, like, Carrot Top to do the halftime show, well, man, I'd be conflicted. I'd have to support my guy. But that's where we're at. Baba da ba, baby. Baba da ba. Johnny, it feels good to be back, man. I mean, you can tell I'm not 100% there. Got to get the brain going, right? Got to get the brain going. The voice is starting to come back. I feel like I got to blow my nose pretty bad right now. But it's good. It's good to be back. It is Laugh With Me, podcast with Jeremy Odem. We will be back later this week.